On a weekend for a round of Rolling Realms. This is actually round two. We did round one yesterday on Friday. We'll do the other one on Sunday. This round involves the Terra Mystica promo realm. So if you don't have this realm, that's okay. Just substitute in another realm. What are we using this round or this game? I don't think we're using Charterstone in this game, so feel free to use Charterstone instead of Terra Mystica if you want. So in Terra Mystica, you're doing a couple different things. One thing you can do is circle. Use a 2 or a 6 to circle one of these buildings, and when you do, you get income at the beginning of each of these turns. So at the beginning of, say, turn 4, if I have already made this building, I gain a pumpkin. The other thing you can do is cross off a hex or a bridge that's adjacent to a hex or bridge that you've already crossed off, or adjacent to one of these two dwellings. And the reason you're trying to do that is if you cross off these deserts, you'll gain stars as indicated down here. The deserts are the number 5 spaces on the map. And if you're able to connect these two buildings, you'll get an extra star. I don't think I've ever, that I can recall, at least not recently, I have not gotten 6 stars on Terra Mystica. It is a tough one. Maybe I will try to do that today because we have Scythe, which is a realm where it's possible to get all 6 stars by only using 6 numbers. We'll see if we can do that. The way you do use Scythe is you can use a number to cross off a top row section and gain the corresponding resource, or you can use a number to cross off a bottom row section, paying a resource and gaining a star, or, and this is the optimal way to use Scythe, use a number, cross off a top row section, gain the resource, and then right away, without using a number, pay the resource for the section directly below that and gain a star. So we're going to try to be doing that throughout Scythe. And last in Euphoria, we are hoping to roll pairs this round because in Euphoria, you're going to use a single number to, you cross off that number in one of these two areas, you add up the sum of all numbers that you've crossed off so far, and then depending on that range, you'll gain some benefits. However, if a pair is rolled, you can use one of those rolled numbers in both of these areas. So if a pair of 2s are rolled, I could cross off this 2 and that 2 and gain the benefits for both of those areas. So let's hope for some pairs this round. Let me know if you have any questions, or let me know what you're up to this weekend, and we'll get started. A 5 and a 6 to start out here today. 5 and a 6. Not a pair, so we won't be doing anything in Euphoria yet. I do like a 5 in Terra Mystica, though, and I like a 6, actually. Ooh, that's tough. Income is pretty good in Terra Mystica, but I like the idea of getting started here. So let's go with a 5 right there in Terra Mystica. And we don't get any benefits from that yet, unfortunately. But the 6, we can use the 6 over here to get just a pumpkin. And remember, you can just use a bottom row number in Scythe. So later on, I can go back and use a 3 and spend a heart there to get that star if I want to achieve it. But I'm really going to try to get Terra Mystica working today. All right, give us a pair. We want a pair. A 3 and a 2. Again, definitely not a pair. A 2 could work if we spend that pumpkin to get a star. A 3 is actually pretty good over here in Terra Mystica. 2 is also good in Terra Mystica right there to get that income. I think that income is going to be worth it. I think we need to do that. So let's go ahead and use the 2 here. We know that we've already started turn 2, so we're not going to get any benefit there. I already know we're not going to get any benefit for turn 3 either, so I'll cross that off. Use the 2. Let's use a 3 over in probably Scythe. Or actually, let's use the 3 in Euphoria, because that'll get us a coin, and I think we'll be able to use that coin effectively later. And hopefully we won't roll 3s right now. All right, turn 3. A 5 and a 2. A 5 and a 2. Okay. Can't do much with that in Terra Mystica, unfortunately. So we'll need to ignore that in Terra Mystica. 5 or a 2. So the 2 in Scythe is pretty good. A 2 in Euphoria is also pretty good. To get a coin if we want a coin. Let's do that because we're not getting any coins from Terra Mystica. Let's use a 2 over here in Euphoria. We'll get another coin. And let's use a 5 in Scythe. So we'll use a 5 right there. We'll use a coin right away to cross off that bottom row and get a star. So that gains us a heart, costs us a coin. All right, turn 4. A 1 and a 3. Somehow I do not roll pairs when I play Euphoria. Sorry about that for all of you who played along and hoping that I would roll a pair. Not going to happen apparently. The 3 is good over here in Terra Mystica. Let's put that 3 right here. At the beginning of this turn, this is turn 4, so I get a pumpkin. And so I use the 3 there. I need to use the 1 right here in Euphoria. I don't need to, but I want to get that coin because I know that Terra Mystica does not produce coins. I'm going to need to get them elsewhere. And I could potentially use a 1 in Scythe. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's use a 1 to create a die, a 1 value die, to gain another coin. And right away, we'll spend this heart down here to gain a star. I really need to start getting stars from Euphoria. And, yeah, turn 5. There's a pair of 3s. Now we get the pair of 3s. That's why I usually wait for pairs in Euphoria, but not going to do much here. I am going to etch out this 5 here because I know I'm not getting that benefit. So I need 2s and 5s now. I might want to alter one of those 3s into a 2. Let's see what that does. I can also just use a 3 over here. Let's probably do that. Gain a star. We can use a 3 over here in Scythe. I think let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, let's use a 3 there. Also use a coin to get a star. I could actually use the 3 down there, but I don't have a heart yet. So, and we do have a pair, but I don't have, with 2 hearts, you can copy one of the numbers if you roll a pair, but I don't have that. I could use a 1 value coin. I don't think I want to do that either, though. Yeah, let's go on to, I need to write that down. 3 and a 3. Let's go on to turn 6, at the beginning of which I gain a pumpkin. All right. I'm going to re-roll this cocked die, although I would have loved to get that too. 4 and a 3. 4 and a 3. A 4 does almost nothing, although I can't edit to a 5. I probably will do that. I might edit that into a 5, although I do like... Ooh, yeah, this is tough, because 4 is distinctly better than 3 in this turn. So let's do this. Let's use the 4 in Scythe. We'll put the 4 right there. I will spend a pumpkin. So I spend a pumpkin, I gain a coin, and I gain a heart. This 3, I'm going to edit down to a 2 and put it right here in Terra Mystica. And now I'm going to use a 1 value coin as a 1 over here in Euphoria. I know a pair of 1s doesn't help me in Euphoria right now, so that's fine. Use that over here to gain another star. All right, turn 7. There's the 6 that I could have used right now. I think I might use that 6 in Terra Mystica unless there's something better to do with it. 6 and a 1 is the roll, in case you didn't see that. 6 and a 1. Yeah, I think... Oh, shoot. So I can't use a 1 in Terra Mystica, unfortunately. But a 6 in Terra Mystica is worth 1 heart in a few turns, and a 6 is worth a star. I don't get an immediate benefit, because if you cross off both buildings, you get a star. This is tough, because the 1 doesn't really help me. I could use that 1 to maybe get closer to the other settlement. But again, I don't think I'm finishing Terra Mystica. I really need I need 2 5s to do that, so I'll have to get a little lucky to do that. What to do? I think just the 1 does so little right now. So I think I just need to use the 1 in Terra Mystica right there. Give me some options to get a star, maybe. And the 6. The 6 I could use over here in Scythe to get a star. The 6 is also worth a star over here in Euphoria. Let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, this is going to be a low-scoring round, but we're going for it. All right, turn 8. We do get a pumpkin at the beginning of this turn, which could help. A 3 and a 1. 3 and a 1. I don't think that's very good. No, we needed 5s. We do need a 3 right there, but we don't have a pumpkin. Anyway, we can get... we need a heart, actually. If there's any way that we can get a heart... Okay, let's... Yeah, this is rough. This is rough. I guess a 3... let's use the 3 over here in Terra Mystica. Why not? use a 3 right there. That'll connect our settlements. We got the Connect to Settlement star, which is not used very often, I don't think. And then the 1. What can we do with that 1? Let's turn it into... I could turn it into a 2. I don't love that. But we're doing it. We're turning that 1 into a 2 over here. So 2 plus 1 plus 3 plus 6. That adds up to 11 plus. That'll get us another pumpkin and a heart. And we are done for the turn. Final turn. A 5 and a 2. Well, a 5 is good for Terra Mystica. Yeah, we'll take that. Let's use that 5 up there that we rarely get to. So that's good for Terra Mystica. The 2 we can use over here in Scythe and spend a pumpkin to get another star. Spend the pumpkin, gain the heart. And we have a 1 value coin that we could use somewhere, but we can't use that anywhere. So that does end our turn here. So we are getting, I crossed off 2 deserts, so that's good over here. I think these numbers are already maxed out. So we're getting a score of 11.3, which is actually identical to my first round score. Maybe I can try to do something fun and get 11.3 in my final round as well. All right, that's today's round. Thank you for playing along. Let me know how you do in the comments below, and I'll go ahead and post this over on YouTube. You can head over there if you'd like to play along at your leisure, and let me know what you score. Have a great weekend. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.